The room melts into warm shadows, soft and forgiving. A slow pulse curls around my ankles, winding upward. And your presence lingers at the edge of my awareness. Quiet but impossible to ignore. A gravity I keep drifting toward. Your breath hovers just behind me, a warm thread against the cool air. I let the sin sway through my ribs, opening me, loosening me. My thoughts unravel, slowly falling away like fabric slipping off skin. And everything feels heavier, sweeter, softer in the dim light. The silence between us tightens, charged and delicate. Your hand brushes mine, hesitant but burning. And we move closer without meaning to. Two silhouettes merging gently into the same shadow, held together by the quiet heat of silk shadows. The room melts into warm shadows, soft and forgiving. A slow pulse curls around my ankles, winding upward. And your presence lingers at the edge of my awareness. Quiet but impossible to ignore. A gravity I keep drifting toward. Your breath hovers just behind me, a warm thread against the cool air. I let the sin sway through my ribs, opening me, loosening me. My thoughts unravel, slowly falling away like fabric slipping off skin. Everything feels heavier, sweeter, softer in the dim light. The silence between us tightens, charged and delicate. Your hand brushes mine, hesitant but burning. And we move closer without meaning to. Two silhouettes merging gently into the same shadow, held together by the quiet heat of silk shadows. The neon spills across your face in soft strokes of pink and blue, painting you in a color that feels too tender to look at directly. The bass hums like a heartbeat, steady and warm, pulling us toward each other, one beat at a time. You smile, small and crooked, and the night feels alive tonight, humming with something bright, something soft and blooming just beneath the surface. I breathe it in, slow and deep, letting the glow settle into me, and it fills my chest with a warm, rising sweetness. You move like a ripple in the air, gentle and glowing, each step sending soft waves through the room. I drift toward you without thinking, drawn by the light you leave behind, and the bass climbs higher, blooming between us like a pulse of color. Our hands meet, fingers curling naturally, and the moment stretches warm and easy. We sway like petals caught in a soft breeze, weightless, glowing, carried by the warmth of aura The air feels alive tonight, humming with something bright, something soft and blooming just beneath the surface. I breathe it in, slow and deep, letting the glow settle into me, and it fills my chest with a warm, rising sweetness. You move like a ripple in the air, gentle and glowing, each step sending soft waves through the room. I drift towards you without thinking, drawn by the light you leave behind, and the bass climbs higher, blooming between us like a pulse of color. Our hands meet, fingers curling naturally, and the moment stretches warm and easy. We sway like petals caught in a soft breeze, weightless, glowing, carried by the warmth of aura blue. The lights shimmer like they're melting, dripping from the ceiling, falling over us in soft waves that tangle and twist. I close my eyes and let them wash through me, a slow surrender to the brightness, swallowing the dark. The rhythm grows deep and patient, each note sliding along my bones like warm water. And when I open my eyes, you're already close, your silhouette glowing at the edges like it's dissolving into the light. You touch my waist slow and sure, and everything else disappears instantly. We move together, breath to breathe, letting the light drown us gently until nothing remains but the steady pulse and your dripping from the ceiling, falling over us in soft waves that tangle and twist. I close my eyes and let them wash through me, a slow surrender to the brightness, swallowing the dark.
Like
in a slow, dizzy spiral. Slow circles, colors bending into each other. Every step feels like falling forward into the next. And the more I move, the deeper the craving settles. A warm twist and pull right behind my ribs. The bass breaks open like a spark and the whole room jolts away. People shout, laugh, stumble into the rhythm, and you're right in the middle of it, glowing chaotic. You grab my arm, pulling me into the storm. You grin wild and bright, impossible not to follow. We crash through bodies, spinning, shouting, letting the beat toss us wherever. People shout, laugh, stumble into the rhythm, and you're right in the middle of it, glowing chaotic. You grab my arm, pulling me into the storm. You grin wild and bright, impossible not to follow. We crash through bodies, spinning, shouting, letting the beat toss us wherever it wants. Sweat like breath, noise, everything collides, and we don't slow, not for a second. The night becomes a blur, emotion and laughter, and your eyes smile keeps pulling me deeper. The room feels fragile tonight, soft and shimmering, like every sound could shatter if touched too roughly. I move gently, letting the rhythm guide my steps. Each breath careful, slow, deliberate. You appear in the glow like a quiet bloom, soft, patient, radiant in the dim light. I move toward you with the same gentle care, as if the moment move toward you with the same gentle care, as if the moment might break for us. Through the room like slow waves, soft but relentless, pulling everything with it. I let it brush against me, warm and steady, feeling it settle deep beneath my skin. You drift closer, your breath mixing with mine, every movement slow, unhurried, intimate, like the tide inching forward, patient and sure, claiming the shoreline, one warm touch at a time. We moving long, smooth motions, letting the night rise and fall through us. And the deeper we sink, in sync into the rhythm, the warmer the tide becomes, wrapping around us like skin. Mixing with mine, every movement slow, unhurried, intimate, like the tide inching forward, patient and sure, claiming the shoreline, 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 shoreline. Each beat bursts like sugar dissolving on the tongue, and your touch is warm, sticky, addictive, pulling me closer with every slow stroke. The thin swirling golden spiral brushes my ear like melted wine. I lean into you, letting the sweetness sink deeper, coating every thought in soft electric haze. The world drips away, slow and heavy, and we move like honey falling down warm skin. Smooth glowing, impossible to resist, lost in the soft buzz of electric honey. Impossible to look away from. And every step you take sends warm ripples through the space between us, pulling me into a dance I never planned to learn. The bass rolls in waves deep enough to shake, lose the thoughts in my head, and I let them scatter, letting the sound carve new shapes inside me, shapes that fit this moment, this room, this heat. We circle each other gently, two lines almost touching, almost crossing, hedging on the edge of something electric, something neither of us dares to name. Your smile flickers once, brief, crooked, intoxicating, and it lights the whole night like a spark catching dry air, making every part of me sharpen, as if the world has snapped into focus when you finally step closer. My breath stumbles, caught between the noise settling over the room, blurring every edge, smoothing every thought, until all that's left is the warmth of bodies swaying and the low vibrations threading through my bones. Step into the rhythm like slipping into warm water. Feel it lift me, cradle me, pull me deeper, and the world shrinks, becoming nothing but flickers of color and the faint outline of your silhouette drifting toward mine. There's a sweetness in the air, a slow kind of electricity, the kind that settles on the skin before it sinks deeper. And the closer you come, the stronger that sweetness blooms. Pedal by pedal, breath by breath. Your gaze touches me before your hands do, soft, curious, almost shy, but I feel it completely, like a warm current sliding along my spine, urging me to step closer, to let the velvet noise swallow us whole. We meet without a word, two shapes lost in a half-lit dream, finding each other by instinct alone. And the moment our movements sync, the night bends around us as if we're the quiet center of its pulse. Your breath brushes my neck, barely there, but it sends a slow shiver unraveling through me. A thread of heat, delicate but unstoppable, pulling me closer, closer still, into the softest kind of desire. In this haze, in this dim glow, nothing else exists, just you, just me, and the velvet noise holding us together. The lights curl around us like waves of molten crimson, brushing our skin and leaving trails of warmth behind. Every beat of the bass hitting like a pulse in our veins, pulling us deeper into the rhythm where time dissolves and the world outside becomes nothing but distant echoes. Our bodies moving in perfect sync with the glowing tides. Every glance, every breath, every touch amplified by the shimmer of sin, cascading around us, and we drift, suspended weightless, between shadow and light, lost in crimson waves.
With every movement we make, every step creating ripples that slide across the floor like liquid fire. We spin and spin until the edges of the room blur, until the lights themselves seem to dance along with us, reflecting and refracting, wrapping the world in red gold halos. And the sub-bass hums beneath our feet, a steady heartbeat that we can't escape, drags us closer, closer, deeper into the tide of sound that surrounds us, envenoms us, harms us, and you whisper soft words that trail through the air, words we don't fully understand, but feel entirely, vibration against our skin. Melodies caught between the synth layers, almost human, almost alive, drawing us into a web of warmth and shadow. Every syllable repeated by the music, echoed and folded back, bouncing, layering until the whispers become a wave, a current, a tide that lifts us higher, spins us further, until we are weightless, floating in crimson waves. The room dissolving into color, into pulse, into pure sensation. Every paytail cuts across the glow like lightning, cascading sparks that streak along our bodies, touching fingertips, brushing shoulders, igniting heat where we least expect it, and the rhythm drives us forward and back, up and down in circles and spirals, until we can no longer distinguish where we end, and the music begins. Each drop a shiver, each rise a surge, and our hearts keep pace with the sub-bass beating together in a wild, luminous harmony, pulling us further into the crimson ocean that stretches beyond sight. Alive in the glow, the heat, the rhythm, the wave.
the subtle charge, the slow unfolding, drawing us closer into the pulse, into the drift. We move without thinking, bodies sinking naturally, and the lights bend around us. The room itself seems to breathe, holding us suspended in crimson motion, endless, infinite. Every note wraps around us like silk. Every beat a soft push, a whisper. And as the rhythm rises and falls, we fold into it completely. Lost, found together, floating in the endless crimson drift. And we spin again, letting the sub-bass carry us. Each note a ripple through our bodies, fingers grazing, skin brushing. The air thick with electric warmth, whispers repeating. Ethereal touch, curling around our ears, sliding down our spines, threading into the ocean of our limbs. The sway of our hips, the subtle rise and fall of our chests, until the music folds us together like liquid gold, warm and endless. Every sin layer stretches, looms, and collapses, carrying us higher through waves of shimmering sound. Egypt gives to us, sparkling like distant stars. Our laughter and quiet moans caught in the currents, building into rises and drops that swirl and pull us forward, backward, sideways, into corners of sensation we never knew existed, until we are lost completely in the texture of sound, light and touch, bodies melting into the rhythm, whispers echoing, repeating, becoming one with the ethereal pulse. a warmth that catches skin and sinks deeper. And every glance you throw, every flicker of light in your eyes makes it bloom, petal by petal, note by note. Brushes me softly, almost unseen, but I feel it completely, sliding along my spine, catching in my chest, pulling me closer, drawing me into neon tide. We find each other without a word, our shapes folding into each other, and the rhythm bends around us, carving space for the quiet storm between us, a moment that stretches, bends and pulses. Every whisper of synth, every flicker of a radio becomes a wave, carrying us higher. We spin and sway, fold into the light, and the neon haze swallows us whole, weightless, endless, electric, alive. The city lights flicker like liquid fire as we move through streets of neon mirage. Every beat a heartbeat that resonates in our bones, vocals whispering secrets just for us, barely audible yet impossible to ignore. Thin layers stretching endlessly above and around us, raging, cascading like waterfalls of light. The sub-bass rolling underneath like an invisible river, each note a brushstroke painting the night with energy and color. And we dance in it, letting the rhythm take us higher, carried forward by the mirage of sound and sensation. Ooh. And weave through shadows and reflections, through flickering neon signs and puddles of light, spin, jumping, letting every part of ourselves be swept by the pulse. space, carrying a secret momentum beneath our feet.